energy on defense. It's not there.
Lee against Martin. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And, I'm not quite sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave somebody like him uncovered.
And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Thanks. Well, the Sixers this summer signing Paul George to create a star trio, along with the great value signings around the edges, really is widely regarded as one of the league's most improved rosters. And guys, this team is poised to compete with the league's best. They have a big three, and they have a real chance now to win a championship.
No doubt about it. We appreciate the update. Thanks, Shams.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1. Greg, looking back to last season, the Clippers had one red-hot stretch.
That's right. They went on a 26-5 run between December and February. It finally showed how dangerous that team could be when healthy.
And George drops them both.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe. He's going to cash in more than not.
Harden the pass to Powell. Lee in the posts, working on Martin. Plays it up and banks it in.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
And it's Maxey with the ball for the 76ers. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
Yeah, I felt like they attacked, but with a purpose. They knew what they wanted to accomplish coming in.
Boy, it really showed the trust they have in one another. I love how they got after it, and you could feel that they were playing for each other.
And how about the movement there by Drummond off that pick and roll, getting himself to a great spot there for the finish.
Out of bounds, it'll be 76ers ball. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
I caught up with Coach Nick Nurse. Now, Coach told me the key is to stay disciplined on defense, especially when guarding James Harden. He said James is special offensively. He's a master at manipulating defenses and drawing fouls. So, of course, they don't want to give him easy points at the foul line. Guys?
All right, thank you, David. Good on the bucket.
Just befuddling body control from George. I mean, taking the hit like a man and still getting all the way to the basket.
Now here's Lee. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game. He gets it in there. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Outside, George. Back to Maxey. A floater. Powell pulls it in. The Clippers have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Powell off a pick from Lee. The second effort, and he sinks the layup. Lee's got 8 points.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Maxey looking it over. George with the screen on Harden. Here's Maxey. Bangs home the trifecta.
The numbers testify. Tyrese Maxey is one of the best three-point shooters in the NBA.
Hit by Lee. From deep, Harden. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Last time they met was in Los Angeles, where they beat the Clippers.
And their last matchup was a nail-biter, but they hung on, and in part it was because of their rebound.
That was the definitive difference. I mean, it came down to the final seconds, but the tough work on the glass they did carried the day.
Now Lee. Paul George missing from long range. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
From the arc. Down it goes. His 3rd basket. He's now 3 for 4.
Nice rhythm to that play right there, and George was ready to fire.
Harden up top. He's covered by Maxey. Lee, that's good.
He's clearly on the attack. making 6 of his last 7.
76ers have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. Talk about confidence. Greg, what do you think about Harden's quote from a couple years ago when he said, "I'm not a system player, I am the system"?
Kevin, I laughed when I heard it because most guys couldn't say that, but Harden absolutely can. He's an elite scorer turned elite passer. Your offense has to orbit around him when he's on the floor.
Maxey with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Pass to Oubre. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Crafty at cashing in from there. Oubre Jr. enjoys working on his interior game when given the opportunity.
Harden the pass to Lee. Now, man. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. And Lee with the stuff.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
High-octane action for sure. Crowd pleasing already.
Now, here's Maxey. He had a 36-point outing in the last game against Brooklyn. George with no one around. Cans it from downtown. George has got 14 points.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. He's ready to talk things through with the team. The 76ers will go for a different look here. Yabusele, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Kenyon Martin Jr. comes in for Caleb Martin. Eric Gordon, he's checked in for Oubre. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Maxey. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Zubac. Derek Jones comes in for Mann. Porter's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's done in for James Harden. Now here's Porter. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Sacramento.
And one of the big ways he came through was at the foul line. They couldn't contain him. He was equally effective at scoring baskets as well as getting to the line.
Well, we know Eric Gordon is a great shooter now, but he is also willing to make the extra pass.
Clippers trail by 9. Here's Porter. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Dunn finds Lee. Outside, Jones. Lee, a screen on George. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Lee. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Second in three-point field goal percentage. And they are second in terms of fast break points. You look at this group, explosiveness up and down that roster, and that is clearly a strength of this group.
But, Greg, you can throw out all the other stats and rankings. Their scoring is what makes them special, plain and simple. And Philadelphia making a change here. Maxey's checked in. And, Clark, we know the last handful of years, the 76ers have been a threat in the East.
7 straight years of playoff runs. Can't get past that second-round barrier, though, Kevin. But as far as success, they've been as consistent as it comes in the East the last decade.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, even with an MVP and Joel Embiid, the Sixers can't be a one-man show. Embiid says, I watch a lot of games and I see what's working. Good basketball means cutting, moving, guys getting off the ball, and it's moving and not sticking. But you need the right guys to execute that system. And I think we've got the right guys. Kevin?
I know you and I agree they do, David. Thank you very much. The first one falls. And both free throws good for a lead.
And it's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
Now, here's Maxey. He's a player that you can only hope to slow down as he averages nearly 28 points a game.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
And great hustle from Maxey in the open court, getting there on the fast break.
The same day, Clark, that Tyrese Maxey was named to the All-Star game, he scored a career high and was great doing it.
How about that, Kevin? How ironic is that? It was his first All-Star selection, by the way, but this has been the story with Maxey. I mean, he just continues to make great progress in his game. He's a really dynamic young player with still room to grow.
We've seen Tyrese Maxey and his game go to another level. Clark, what makes him a top-level scorer in your opinion?
Kevin, there are a couple of things that really stand out. His sheer speed with the ball is remarkable. His fearlessness and confidence, every great scorer has that. And then his ability to knock down the three-point shot off the catch or off the dribble gives him an added step of quickness when he's taking it to the rack. And all of that makes him a dynamic scorer.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
The layup off target. And so it's Philadelphia holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We'll return shortly. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the 76ers.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
Oh, man, their mid-range jumper also has been on fire. Tough to beat a group of guys shooting with that much confidence.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, Harden out there with Chris Dunn. Then it's Jones. Then there's Batum, and it's Lee in at the 5 down low. Where there's a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting, Greg. What's your opinion of that?
Well, Kevin, you know, stretching the D isn't just about how far out they have to defend. It's the distance between that and how far in you have to defend. That's why analytics favors shots at the rim and from distance.
Throw good, James Harden.
From a sixth man of the year to MVP, James Harden has had a lot of different roles in the NBA, and he's excelled at every one of them.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Amir Coffey comes in for Nicholas Batum, and Bones Highland subbed in for Dunn. Harden hits them both.
If you want to know how clever Harden is as a player, just take a look at his one-on-one game, the way he can pretty much beat any defender. Quite impressive.
Abu Saleh kicks to Maxey. Shoots over Highland, and that one's good. Maxey Maxey's got 8 points.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Lee outside. Outside, Jones. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Count it, and the Philadelphia lead has been cut down to just 3 on the basket from Lee.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
There's a good screen. And it's Gordon penetrating, and then Gordon with the dunk.
I like how Gordon stays low to the ground, keeps that center of gravity anchored. Quick driving inside, and excellent finishing at the basket.
Here's Coffee. Nothing on the board. Back to Lee. Outside Gordon. Harden grabs the miss.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second, and that's all it took.
Now here's Gordon. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Here's Maxey. He with the block, and he recovers it. Here's Yabusele. Drills it from outside. 5 points in the game.
Well, Maxey has proven he's got a good eye out on the floor. He'll spot those gaps in a minute.
Clippers trail by 8. Outside, Jones. Lee left side. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Lee's got 4 points in the quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Here's Yabusele.
That's how you run the pick and roll. Maxey capping it off with the perfect pass.
And here is Los Angeles now. 6-point game. Lee, a screen on Jackson. Harden dishes to Lee. And it's Highland in the corner. Now Lee, 24 points for him. Pocket 2. Jones sets the pick for Lee. Harden outside. The Clippers need to get off a shot. They get the rebound. Goes up again. Here's Lee. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Maxey.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
The free throw drops for Lee, and Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Drummond's checked in for Yabusele. Martin comes in for Martin. George is checked in for Gordon, and Kelly Oubre subbed in for Reggie Jackson. The Clippers also changing it up. Zubac is checked in for Derek Jones. Mann comes in for Amir Coffey, and it's Powell in for James Harden. And both free throws good for Lee.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the strike, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
Here's Lee, and Lee with the stuff.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense could do.
Maxey passes to Martin. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Martin's got his second basket of the game.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
And sometimes that's the best policy when you're going up against a big guy. Take it to the 10. Right at him. Get to the rack.
Lee kicks to Powell. Martin against Lee. Tries again. Nifty move. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
That's exactly what a team needs when they're playing from behind. Energetic defense.
Philadelphia leading by 6. Pass to Oubre. Drummond a screen. Down low. He's off on that one. Excellent defense there from Zubac.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure, but unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
And the dunk by Zubac.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does make me look back a little bit, but I could never throw it down like that. It sure does look good.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. After the Clippers pick up 2. Maxey finds George. Hits it from 3-point range. George has got 19 points.
And that gets him going here in the second after hitting 2 from long range in that first.
Lee, a screen on Maxey. Highland passes to Lee. Six on the shot clock. Pass to Zubac. Powell for 3. Rebound Andre Drummond.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
And we know Oubre's not shy. When he gets in there, he's going to draw fouls against those defenders.
The 76ers have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
And one of the highlights on the season has been their ability to make free throws. How about 82% as a unit?
Yeah, guys, they can feel very good about themselves when you bring up those statistics. Impressive numbers.
Free throw, good, Oubre.
Oubre able to get here a lot with how aggressive he is with the ball in his hand.
Gordon's checked in for the 76ers. The Clippers also changing it up. Batum comes in for Lee. And Chris Dunn subbed in for Highland. Paul George, he's been... The guy making things happen for Philadelphia. They've leaned on him for offense, and he hasn't let them down. He's now up to 23 points today. We'll get you back to the action after this break.
Hey everybody, halftime is upon us, and the scoreboard showing a deficit for the Los Angeles Clippers.
I've seen more stops in All-Star games. What do they call it, guys? Oh yeah, Matador defense. They just let scores go by.
Ole, ole, ole! And let's turn our attention now to the Rookie of the Year race.
Some great options in there. In fact, these guys might compete for all-star spot for the next few years.
That's a big leap, Kenny. One or two of them, maybe, but most guys don't ever get to that level.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. What can you say? Lee, an impressive effort here today.
What a welcome surprise that first half. Went above and beyond his usual scoring output.
Well, you know what? They've given him an increased role tonight, and he's taken full advantage of it.
Clippers trail by 6. Maxey and Oubre, they have the guard duties. George in the front court alongside Martin, and it's Drummond in at the center position. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. And Lee with the stuff.
Well, you got to remember now, Harden, as good a scorer as he is not just a scorer. He's a shrewd dime dropper, too.
And it's Maxey with the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. Outside Martin. Oubre outside. Outside George. A three-pointer is right on target. George has got 26 points.
Because of his incredible scoring ability, many consider George to still be a star.
Lee is screen on Maxey. From deep Harden. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Drummond's got 4 rebounds in this game. Maxey against Harden. And George kicks to Oubre. Outside, George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Martin for 3. It's Martin on the wing. Goes back up. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to go on Zubac. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
Guys, when you compare against last year, I mean, this season has been a pretty painful drop-off in his free throw numbers. I mean, he's not making the key chances he's getting at the foul line.
And that one falls for Martin. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Clippers trail by 8. Lee left side. And he uses the glass on the layup. Lee's got 4 this quarter.
He has definitely shown up to play. He's done his part, really just trying to battle his team back into it.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thanks. At this point in his career, Paul George says he's in bully mode. He said, every night I'm on the floor, I'm there to dominate. Whether it's being more physical or going right at whoever I got to go at, you're going to feel me. I'm having that approach every time. I'm there to destroy you. Kevin? Wow.
I love it, though, D.A. Got to admit it. Awful powerful. Thank you. Here's George after the made shot from Lee. quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Oubre, good.
Oubre not taking no for an answer there was not going to be denied. Right through the defender.
Harden the pass to Zubac. Here's Lee. Zubac with the screen for Lee. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
For Los Angeles, they have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
And, you know, you don't have to tell them what their free throw numbers are. I mean, they're well aware of it, believe me.
The first free throw is good. Derek Jones, he's checked in for the Clippers. Amir Coffey comes in for Mann. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. The 76ers leading by 4. Maxey kicks to Martin. Lee against Drummond. Pass to Oubre. Outside, George. 6 to shoot. Over Harden. George, no good. Clippers trail by 4. It's Powell on the wing. Clippers moving the ball around. Jones, no luck.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Outside, Maxey. Lets it go from 14. And it's Drummond missing.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
To the paint, here's Lee. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got his 7th rebound here tonight. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Philadelphia making a change here. Yabusele's checked in, and the Clippers making a change here as well. Bones Highland is checked in for Powell. Here's Oubre. He has 6. Maxey on the wing. He's defended by Highland. Maxey, no good.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
It's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
And they call an illegal screen here.
You know, he's got to take care of the ball much better than he has been. By himself, he's accounted for 4 turnovers. That's way too many.
The 76ers leading by 4. to break that ice-cold streak. Can't capitalize inside. To the inside. And Jones slams it in.
All the talk is about Harden scoring, but I tell you what, he can dish that rock too.
Here's George. 26 points for him. Oubre outside. Pass to Yabusele. Stolen by Harden. To the middle. Wants to get it to Highland and does. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Clippers. On Monday, they'll be matching up with Al Horford and the Boston Celtics. Then on Wednesday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Washington Wizards.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
And he sinks the second. And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for Philadelphia. They've led by as much as 10. And he banks in the layup. Maxey's got 10 points in the game.
Maxey working around the contact that time. Nice work.
Harden the pass to Lee. And Lee with the stuff.
That was some slick passing from Harden on that one.
Philadelphia's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark. Shooting the three ball well. Lee with the block.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Harden kicks to Lee. Inside, stolen by George. Maxey against Highland. The shot's good. 12 points for him. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Philadelphia.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
You know, we've got to talk about how they've continued to force turnovers and turn those turnovers into points. They came out aggressive, and they've not let up.
No good from Lee. The 76ers leading by 3. Pass to Maxey. To the wing on the left. Drummond passes to George. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Harden against Oubre. Here's Yabusele. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. They get it back.
Nothing's going his way since the horn. I mean, looks like he used up all his makes in the last quarter.
Coffee. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got his 7th assist here tonight.
You've come to expect great passing from Harden. He's got a reputation for finding open guys.
Now, here is George. He's got 26. No good from 11 feet.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
Boy, he had a nice look at it after drawing the foul. Boy, it would have been nice to get an and one there.
Take a break. Take a break.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. Some changes for Philadelphia. Martin, he's checked in for Drummond. Gordon comes in for Kelly Oubre, and Reggie Jackson subbed in for Maxey. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for the Clippers. Dunn comes in for James Harden. And both free throws good for Highland. Philadelphia has gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. George with the screen on Highland. Outside for George. Drains the three-pointer. George has got 6 in the quarter.
He's really picked up where he left off in the first.
The Clippers have gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. Back to Highland. Pass to Lee. Softly drops in the floater. Lee's got 40 points.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
And George kicks to Gordon. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Lee's got 14, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. And it's done in the corner.
And Batum, a very good free throw shooter. Smart of him to seek contact.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Team foul. Shooting for LA, Nicholas Batum, taking 2 shots.
Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Nicholas Batum.
And, you know, Nick Batum's length provides a huge bonus to his team. He's able to play and guard multiple positions.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Mann's checked in for Derek Jones. And Porter subbed in for Highland. That one is no good. Here's Lee. Second shot opportunity. The rebound by Yabusele. Philadelphia's gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. Wasted no time on that one. George has got 32 points in the game.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Dunn passes to Lee. We've got 13 seconds left in the third quarter. Clock at 6. Los Angeles with another miss. George looking around. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the 76ers. And it was from three-point range where he did the most damage. He knocked down 3 in that quarter. Back right after this. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
3:10. The 76ers will go for a different look here. Andre Drummond's checked in for Yabusele. Caleb Martin comes in for Martin. George is checked in for Eric Gordon. And Oubre subbed in for Jackson. The Clippers also making some changes. Lee's checked in for Batum. Norman Powell comes in for Kevin Porter. And it's Harden in for Dunn. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, the guard pair, it's Harden and Powell. Lee out there with Terrence Mann. And it's Zubats in at the center. Now here's Martin. A 3-ball. James Harden with the rebound. Harden's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Lee passes to Zubats. Count that one. Zubats has got the lead up to 10 now for the Clippers. And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. Pass to Oubre. outside. George. Outside for Martin. Three-pointer. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. And that'll be his third foul so far.
A really good job by the coaching staff, I think, on the defensive end. Much more energy and effort since halftime and really making their opponents work for every good shot.
Harden outside. Lets it go with a three. Down to the hoop it goes. That's his fifth make on 9 shots from the floor.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second three of the game.
Will it go? And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
I like the intensity that George plays with down inside. It's really what earns him a lot of these calls.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
They've had a lot of success just getting the ball inside, and until the defense adjusts, I don't see any reason to go away from that strategy.
And, you know, they've done a fantastic job scoring inside as a result, finding plenty of opportunities to cash in near the hoop.
And what I love about Paul George, the production, year after year after year.
And both free throws good for Paul George.
And you know, George is a tough cover. The length, the range, smooth athlete, very difficult to match up with.
Harden finds Lee. Kicks it out to Harden. Harden gets a screen from Lee. Off target from three-point range. The 76ers trail by 11. Here's Maxey. The shot's good on the assist by George. Maxey's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the 76ers. Powell, the pass to Lee. 1:51 left in the fourth quarter. Out to the right wing. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. 4 on the clock. And the dunk by Zubac.
Straight power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk.
Yeah, for sure. That was a take no chances, take no prisoners slam right there, guys.
Here's George after the Clippers pick up 2. Shoots over man. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Yeah, nice vision that time displayed by George off the screen and roll.
Clippers leading by 8. To the middle. Here's Lee, a shake. And that's 2 points on the layup. Lee's got 42 in the game.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to him?
And no let up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand. Boy, you've got to appreciate the passing there. Results in a great look.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. Against Martin. Lee in the posts. Good work defensively by Martin. And there's the foul. It'll go on Lee. That's his third foul of the game. The 76ers shooting straight 49% from the field. And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's George. Banked in off the glass. George has got 38 points.
And because of Paul George's composure and even-keeled nature, his teammates have great trust in him in these situations.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
13.
Here's Lee. There's the double team with Martin. Lee passes to Harden. Back to Lee. Man with it. And here's Harden for three. Rebound Andre Drummond.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
He's got a nice feel for the crossover, but you still have to finish it off.
And that's an intentional foul.
Personal foul. Fourth team foul. Shooting for LA, Lee at the line for two.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. And the 76ers call time here. They're trailing by 8. What do you think, guys?
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
Maybe working on their 60-second drill, even if it doesn't pay off tonight, maybe for the future.
For three, Oubre. It's in! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Philadelphia foul. Paul George. That's his second personal foul. 15 foul. At the line for the Clippers, Lee. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.
Those are critical foul shots. Love to see him knock them down there.
Martin for 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. Here's Lee. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
2 shots.
Shooting 2.
He hits the first one, and that stretches their lead to 8. So he gets them both, and it's a 9-point ball game here.
And that's curtains for him. Some really good work at the charity stripe to close this one out.
And so Los Angeles takes the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.